Greetings, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of the Train Hard, Recover Smart podcast. I'm your host, Thomas Flanagan. Today, we're going to dive into a topic about OCD, Obsessive-Compulsive Disorder. Again, if you follow me during the week, if you follow me on social media, you're going to see all week I did posts about OCD, what's it about, how you can change it to where you can use it to thrive in your life, in your fitness, in your career, and all that kind of stuff. So here I am wrapping up the week of social media posts in the podcast episode. So let's kind of dive into it. So we're going to dive into the topic. How can you take OCD and, thrive in your career and in life? All right. So let's grab your headphones, and let's embark in this empowering journey together. Now, we're all familiar with the ups and downs life throws at us. Sometimes those challenges come in the form of obsessive-compulsive disorder. But today, I want to tell you something crucial. OCD is not the end of the road. It can be the beginning of a remarkable journey, okay? If you're navigating your career while dealing with OCD, first, take a breath, acknowledge the uniqueness of your journey. Understand, OCD doesn't define you. It's a part of your story. It's not the whole narrative, okay? Now let's talk about your career. Picture this. Your attention to detail is unparalleled. Your focus is razor sharp. Your dedication to excellence is unmatched. These are not quirks. These are your superpowers. Use them to your advantage. Success in your career with OCD is not just possible, it's probable. It's about turning what some might see as a challenge into a catalyst for innovation and creativity. Your unique perspective can be a game changer in any field. I want you to envision your workplace as a canvas where your strengths can shine. Your ability to navigate complexities and your resilience in the face of challenges make you a force to be reckoned with. Now, the fear of limitations, let's crush that right now. OCD is not a roadblock. It's a stepping stone. Your journey may be different, but it's no lesser. Embrace it, thrive in it. Turn OCD into your superpower. Okay? So, again, like when I served in the military, my job as a property book officer, everything was attention to detail. Everything I did, to filling out forms, to getting reports, everything was so fine-tuned that everything had to be correct, right down to the label that was filed in the freaking filing cabinet. Everything had to be perfect. Okay? Now, take that, having, OCD, again, I would have loved if I had somebody that had OCD working for me, because, man, my filing system would have been immaculate. But what I'm telling you is it's not the end of the world. It can be the catalyst that you need to be put in a field or into a job that could propel you into greatness. When you're, again, depending on what you do, what your job is, your OCD could be what separates you in a good way from your peers when it comes time for promotions or for raises or for anything. Your attention to detail could be what saves a company millions of dollars or makes a company millions of dollars just by the way you see things or the way you approach things or just overall. And now, again, let's flip that when, not just in your career, but when it comes to your fitness and everything, your OCD is, having that, being so strict with a routine, on how you do things, when you do things, has to be so precise and so correct that you can do great things with that. There's days I wish I could stick to a schedule and not get sidetracked or distracted or, you know, any number of excuses. But again, being able to set a calendar and stick to it and have a routine and stick to it and do things and just be there and be so fine-tuned in what you do, that to me, that is freaking awesome. But OCD has such a stigma around it that, you know, people look at it as a negative. You know, we have to stop with not just OCD, but with everything. We have to stop looking at all the negatives with something. You know, we have to look at the positives, or, you know, yeah, we have to look at the positives of things. You know, in a world where we want things so quickly and now, you know, I want to do 100 crunches and have a six-pack now. You know, I want to eat a salad and lose 50 pounds now. It doesn't work like that. You have to work for things. You have to earn the things. You have to do things. You have to be there. You have to put in the work and get what you want. You know, nothing is instant. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is, with OCD, yes, it has a negative stigma and people look at it as a bad thing, but it can be such a positive thing for you. Again, it could be a stepping stone to such great things for you in life, career, fitness, whatever. It could be, you know, put in the right position. You could be outstanding. You could be, you know, you do awesome things with it. Okay. So again, this is, again, if you follow me on social media, I did a whole week worth of posts, and, you know, you can read up, you can look at all the social media posts and stuff. So I'm kind of just summarizing this week here, kind of summarizing things up in the podcast. So that's why the episodes are kind of short, not too long. Trying to find some other more in-depth topics to talk about. Now that the holidays are coming up and things like that, you know, it's getting kind of harder to get, you know, more in-depth topics. But getting back to the OCD, you know, like I said, now the fear of limitations, you know, again, crush it. It's a stepping stone. Your journey may be different, but it's no lesser. Embrace it, thrive in it, turn that OCD into a superpower. Okay. So to you, you know, to all my listeners, here's the takeaway. OCD is not the end of the world. It's the beginning of a unique adventure. Your career can soar, your life can flourish, and you can thrive. Believe in yourself, embrace your strengths, and let your journey be a beacon of inspiration. Okay. Again, it's a short one today. You know, kind of just going over OCD and, you know, and talking about obsessive compulsive. Now, like, you know, and how it's not a negative. You know, there's positives to it. Okay. So again, that's kind of the episode. So that's a wrap for today's episode of the Train Hard and Recover Smart. You know, thank you for joining me on this, you know, powerful conversation. Remember, your journey is extraordinary, and so are you. So until next time, keep training hard, recovering smart, thriving in your greatness, and as always, be better than you were yesterday. Okay. And we always ask, support the show. Any donation that you make to the show, any money that we raise, we do give to a veteran organization to help veterans that need help. So again, train hard, recover smart, and work to be better than you were yesterday. Till next week.